Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Prescott to throw it. Outright, he finds Tolbert. Touchdown! Jalen Tolbert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Next the score, Cowboys 7, Packers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And this will be a Packers first down as we get this up to about the 42. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Packers had 10 and 5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hall, off play action. And he'll flip this out to Huntley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On the run, it's Huntley. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now Hall to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Hall. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Throwing. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. 4th down. Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On play action, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Right back to Tolbert. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this one is right through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Hall. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But you're down.
Want to?
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Looking to throw. Hall. They'll get this into the hands of Huntley. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Hall. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Hall, throwing on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Micah Parsons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
To throw it is Hall. To throw it on second down. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass complete to Melton. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle they go. Huntley, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Completed out left to Dobbs. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Packers! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Prescott off play action. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go again with Huntley. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looking to throw on second down. Hall. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Pollard going to try the right side. Taken down at the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, it's Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Here's Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Brought down by Devin Harper.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Huntley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 112 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Hall. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill to just a couple.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it here with Huntley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll get this down to the 10. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance football game. A run with Huntley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Hall. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And that gets him back within 10. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about